Everyone is so guilty of this because it's so easy for us to make up excuses. It's literally human nature to make up excuses, make up reasons why we can't do that or reach any of our goals. But if you just remember anything from this video, just remember you're making up excuses for yourself in order not to do stuff. And once you recognize that, you can start improving, start getting better. Because it's really important to be aware of this fact. And most people aren't. That the fact is, when you admit that you aren't going to reach that goal or you can't do that because of a certain reason, you're making up that excuse because it's all mental. You're making up the excuse. It's in your mind. And if you actually just work yourself around this, you can improve and you can reach that goal. And today, that's just what I'll be talking about. And my second point is the fact that inferiority complex is just an excuse, and it's just a cover-up for something that you know you should get better at and you know how to do it, but you make up reasons in your mind. And that might sound really harsh, but just think about it. Just be aware of the fact that it's human nature to make up stuff in your mind that are not necessarily true, but protect your ego, protect you from being hurt, because it's a lot easier to blame, let's say, for example, it's a lot easier to blame your genetics for the reason why you can't run or you can't do this or do that. In some cases, this might be true anyway, but the thing is, you can work yourself around this because you can't change your genetics, obviously, but you can change your response to it. And that's the whole point about being stoic, which I talked about before in a lot of my videos, about having this mindset around it of just responding to the things you can actually control instead of the things you actually can't control. As in, do the thing you can control. And don't worry about the thing you can't control, because why would you worry about it? Like, there's no point. You know what I mean? So it's that kind of thing. And you make up so many of these excuses in everyday life, just recognize it when you do it. Just be aware. And like, for example, if you tell yourself, I'm not fit enough to run, I don't have the body to run, or I'm not, this can be anything, by the way, or I'm not educated enough, I don't know enough yet, I'm not old enough yet, I'm not experienced enough yet. Just remember, most of the time you are making up stuff in your head to stop you from actually progressing, because it's a lot more painful to put in the work than just sit there and blame something like, I'm not educated enough, I'm not fit enough. If you're not fit enough, just go out and start, and that's the main point. Stop making excuses, you know what to do, just start. So yeah, if you just remember anything, just remember that. Just start on your goal, stop making excuses, be aware when you make your excuses. And something you need to be aware of is the fact that people can like present themselves as superior, but they actually have feelings of inferiority, and that might sound kind of weird, but it's like the fact that people boasting and stuff about their stuff, they're actually just insecure about themselves, and they use, like, for example, a really popular one, everyone might be guilty of this, is using past success for, like, in the present, like saying how good you were at that, or saying how you know these people or whatever. It's another thing which is just protecting your ego and protecting you actually making progress, making, like, for example, if you're really good at something ages ago, like, there's a reason why you aren't as good anymore, and you're just saying that in order to actually stop yourself from doing the hard work now and actually getting back onto it. So just be aware of this. Everyone does it. It's human nature. Everyone does this, but just be aware of this in the future. And another really big trap people fall into is just planning everything instead of actually doing stuff. And when I say actually do stuff, actually stop making excuses and just start, I don't mean start planning. I mean, planning might be useful in the first, like, goal setting, that kind of stuff. But if you just plan, be careful with planning too much, because if you just plan and, like, if you just plan too much, you'll end up not doing anything. And that's the truth, because planning makes you feel like you're making progress when you're not actually doing it. I used to do this when I was, like, studying or something. I would literally just plan out time where I'll do stuff but not actually do stuff, because it makes you feel like you've done stuff. It makes you feel productive when you literally haven't done anything, and at the end of the day it might not even be useful. So just remember that. be aware of falling into this trap, because it's so easy to get into, because it makes you feel productive when in reality you literally haven't done anything towards your goal. So yeah, just remember, planning is good, but too much of it is obviously, too much of it without any action is literally meaningless. So just remember that. And thank you for watching. Hope you learned something, and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you.